Welcome back to Elon After Hours. Woo!
Woo!
Graduation countdown has begun. Almost officially a month out. We got plenty of time though.
Plenty.
Recently picked up my graduation gown and cap.
Yeah.
They ran out of sizes really fast.
Not for me.
Emme fit right in the short category, so she didn't have to worry, but taller people like us.
We're nearing the end of April, which can only mean one thing. Surf Day is coming up. I can't wait for all of the presentations that I'm going to attend. As a major in polys, I'm looking forward to seeing all the hard work the people in my program have done this semester. The only thing I'm researching is how to find the bottom of the cup, and so far, I haven't been successful.
Speaking of April, why has it been so cold? I thought we already went through this at the beginning of the year. Now I need heat. I've actually been going to my classes instead of skipping them to enjoy the weather. If this keeps up, I'm going to end second semester of my senior year with actually good attendance.
Yikes. In other news, people are mad after a commercial for the Masters featured Noah Kahan covering the iconic Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles. Noah Kahan is basically the cooler version of the dads who watch the Masters, so they're probably just jealous. Personally, I'm just jealous of the people who get to eat one of those pimento cheese sandwiches. I can't believe it only costs $1.50. I would pay at least $20 for it.
True. We found out in February that Katy Perry was headed to space, and it finally happened this Monday. This is the second most iconic thing she's done. The first, of course, being her Super Bowl 49 halftime show performance. Even blasting off the earth in a rocket can't beat riding a giant golden lion while singing Roar.
Or Left Shark. The Minecraft movie came out at the beginning of the month, and the people are headed to theaters to see one thing and one thing only, the chicken jockey. And I mean that literally. Only 3 minutes of the almost 2-hour runtime is even remotely memorable. Theaters are upset because people have been throwing popcorn buckets, but I think that's a perfectly reasonable reaction to seeing Jack Black sing a song about lava chicken.
Apparently, Saturday Night Live is introducing a British spin-off starting in 2026. I have 2 questions. How in the world does this show get a spin-off, and why do the Brits think that they can do it better than us? The only reason they judge our talent so often is because they barely have any of their own. Also, no one wants to listen to a British accent for an hour and a half. Live from London, it's Saturday night. It just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Definitely agree with that. Sororities finally had their formals last week, which really ended up being one giant formal in the Shar parking lot while people waited a million hours for the buses to come. Now the formal's over, it's officially the season where freshman girls start making their coolers. The whole campus is filled with fumes, and it's worse than having allergies. I've literally never seen so many coolers in my life. You would think that Elon is turning into the outdoor section of a Dick's Sporting Goods.
This weekend kicked off the Super Bowl for the girls and the gays. Coachella! Woo! The queen of Coachella, James Charles, and hundreds of other influencers showed up in outfits that ranged from atrocious to okay. I think we just all want 2016 Coachella back. Vanessa Hudgens, if you can hear this, please come save us. Lady Gaga headlined on Friday night, and the show earned her some accusations of satanic rituals. Of course, that only means her performance was nothing but iconic. Saturday night was also exciting. During Charli XCX's set, she surprised the crowd with a guest, Troye Sivan, Lorde, and Billie Eilish. She assembled basically the Brat Avengers.
Up next, we're going to have a real talk with the boys of Real Talk.
Hello and welcome back. We are joined in the studio with our guest for this episode, Real Talk. Real Talk.
Hello.
Emmy and I are very familiar with you guys and what you do, but do you want to let our fans know kind of who you are? What is Real Talk, maybe?
Sure. So Real Talk is everything brain rot on Instagram Reels. We basically react to what's trending on the Instagram Reels community, and we do like a sports-like over-analysis of each video, and we just add like a dry, deadpan kind of commentary over these memes that like don't really deserve over-analysis, but we give it anyway, and people laugh because it's, why are they talking about this? We need to take away access to podcast equipment. So just kind of stuff like that. We can go and introduce each other one by one, I guess.
Yeah, my name's Carter, known as White Sweater by our community. I wear this sweater every time we record.
Love that.
I guess just as a good luck charm, I don't know.
Nice.
My name's Mason. I guess I'm a senior at Elon. I go by Chimagic. I go by White Chop Chin. Depends on who I'm talking to, honestly. So.
I'm Christian. I'm a senior.
Nice. How do you guys know each other?
We're on the club volleyball team.
Yeah.
So that's how we get to know each other.
Nice.
So tell us about like the origin of Real Talk. How did it come about? How did you guys come up with this idea?
I think I can go first for this one. It was just a random Monday, and I wake up and I check my Instagram, and I get a follow request by this account called Real Talk, and it's followed by these two, and I was like, oh boy, like, what is this? And then I get to volleyball practice later that night, and Mason comes in jumping for joy. I've never seen him so excited about something, and he's like, "This is the greatest thing ever." He had a full master documentation of on his notes app of like ideas for it. I was like, I'm in.
Wow. So how did you come up with the idea?
Yeah, so I don't really know exactly the moment I thought of it. We have always kind of just watched like dumb podcasts together. Like we love, I don't know if you guys know Haley Welch, like the Hawk Tua girl.
Oh,
she
yes.
has that
Yeah.
podcast.
Of course.
We watched like a couple. We always would watch influencer podcasts, like the really bad ones. And I'm like, we always talked about doing it and just doing it as a joke. But I thought about how we also send each other memes in the group chat on Instagram all the time. And I'm like, why not make a podcast about memes? And I walked into his room later that day and I was like, I have an idea. Like, we need to do this. And he's like, yeah, we have to absolutely do this.
He had a
And
vision.
he pushed me. He's like, we got to do it this week. And we started it, and
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the name?
So we discuss everything on Instagram Reels. So I guess it kind of just lended itself to us, real talk. So just kind of real with the
This is true.
REEL.
Yeah. It's catchy.
It
Okay.
is. It is.
So when did that all begin? When did you start it?
This is what, like end of February, like
Okay.
kind of when he came to me with it, and then we recorded literally I think the first week of March. So like right after we went, got the equipment and stuff, and then set it all up, and like did our first video, which was the NBA Youngboy versus Emme
Yeah.
video. And so yeah.
Yeah, we kind of just dove in as soon as we could,
Yeah.
because figured like we had a time limit, so just got to go for it.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys film like a longer episode and then kind of cut it up into? Because I know the clips are pretty short
Yeah.
on your account.
So we film like probably 10 clips at a time, or like aim for around 10 clips at a time. There's no actual full podcast, so we'll kind of go in with one idea and we'll be like, all right, let's watch this video, talk about it for 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll just like cut it down and post 40 seconds or so. I aim for around like 30 to 45. But yeah, we like batch record.
Okay.
So.
Have you thought about moving to YouTube, or you just want to stick for the real aspect?
We want to expand. We post on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and all the other platforms, but we want to like do other stuff. I want to do long form YouTube videos. I mean, we've had some fun ideas, maybe just going out and getting other people involved in like Elon's campus or just in the community or whatever, do some collaborations and such.
Yeah.
So stuff like that's coming soon. Right now, I've just been trying to grow like that basic profile right now, so we can like, kind of grow our audience base and then move everyone over.
Yeah,
We do have a lot of interest in like doing a full podcast though. We posted like a poll at some point to see what our audience would want, and the majority was for a full podcast, and we've had
Wow.
Yeah.
people like DM us and come up to us in person like asking like, where can we watch the full podcast?
Oh my god! I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
like, are you guys like getting recognized now, like out and about? Like,
White
are you
sweaters.
like, yo, real talk.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I've never had anything like that.
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mainly like when I go out around places I know where it's like, okay, this person's 1 degree of separation. You know, I might be
Okay.
at a bar or something, and someone will come up to me and be like, "I've seen you on Instagram," or
Oh my
like,
God.
"My friend knows
Yeah.
you." But we went up to App State this weekend and for a friend's birthday party, and I guess he's shown a bunch of people at his school. So
No
we get to
way.
this party, and there's like a bunch of people coming up to us, being like,
Oh my god.
"Oh my God, real talk!" I'm like, "Oh, like, I don't know
That's
if I can do
crazy.
that, but
Oh my god.
I love that.
yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah, I've had a few people in my classes too, just
Yeah.
like complete strangers, but they'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, like made my friend talk about you in like the back of class and
Oh.
stuff." It's so funny.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
oh, that's so weird.
That's
but-
crazy.
Yeah.
When we
So
hit
bad.
10,000 followers, I just had somebody in my class that I've never talked to before like come up and it's like, yo, congrats on the 10K followers. I'm like, oh, thanks, man.
Oh my god.
Means a lot.
So that was leading to my next question. How many followers do you guys have now? You started this at the end of February. Now you have like 10,000. How many?
We're coming up on 14, or maybe we hit 14. Coming
Oh
up
my
on
gosh.
15 or something around there.
It's
I
right.
think.
It's right.
crazy.
We're probably right at
Earlier today.
14,000.
I think we're at 13.6, 13.7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys think this was going to be as big of a thing as it is? Like getting recognized in public?
Like when I had the idea, I knew it was gonna be like a good idea.
Mhm.
I definitely didn't expect it to kind of happen as quick as it did. I mean, it was I think our 3rd or 4th video that really took us off.
Wow.
Something like super fast, because it was right before spring break is when we posted our first video, and then I remember that one kind of blew up, and then I was like, oh, I gotta work on this all of spring break.
Yeah.
So I'm waking up early every day in like Nashville before all my friends wake up, like trying to edit a
That's
video and post.
grinding.
He puts in the work for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you like mainly the editor and poster?
Yeah, like editor, we kind of all run the social together, but I'll do
Yeah.
like all the main posts and stuff. But we all have our
Yeah.
own roles. I think
Yeah.
like I kind of lose time doing kind of that stuff
Mhm.
that they can keep up on the content and kind of the topics of what to
The
talk
research.
about.
Yeah, research.
Research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send them in the group chat and
Yeah.
get our topics for the next session.
Of course.
That's crazy. So what's your favorite brain rot content? Just in general.
Maybe should we identify what brain rot
Yeah, maybe we
is
should identify
first,
what
for those who
brain
don't
rot
know.
That's a great
For
question.
those,
Yeah.
for those who have no idea what brain rot
So
is.
what is brain rot?
I'll take this.
I just got it,
I
yeah.
do the most research, I guess. But brain rot is a term that kind of stemmed, I want to say like 4 years ago, maybe a little bit more. But it's kind of just a subcategory of memes where it's a more like niche audience, more like younger people. But it can like expand into like older generations. But it's kind of just fast, like come and go trends that are really stupid, and when you're watching them, you just feel like your brain is rotting. Like you're like, what is going on? I don't know why this is funny, but it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Skibbity Toilet,
Yeah.
the Rizzler,
Exactly.
all those
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
of
it's
things.
like it
all
has
those
no
types of things,
logic,
yeah.
but like everyone loves it and quotes
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
It
So
follows along with
stupid.
it and stuff. Yeah.
Love that. So what's your favorite brain rot?
I mean, my probably personal like favorite is the TikTok Riz party.
That's a good one. I
Um,
know that one.
Yeah. So like the
that
blue tie kid,
Yeah.
Quandale Dingle. I think just like the storylines of it all like made it
Yeah.
really interesting. Like, cause everybody
Yes.
just made up a persona
Yes.
for the people in it. So that would be my
That's a
favorite.
good
That's a
one.
good one.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this. I don't know about this one.
It was like pretty popular. Like I don't know, like a year
Yeah.
and a half ago
Yeah.
or something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was around like I guess probably when prom was, cause that's where it was,
Yeah.
like from.
Yeah.
It was a
So,
random prom that
Yeah.
the DJ, I think,
Yeah.
account, it was like Island Entertainment.
Yeah.
They posted this video of like these kids dancing at the prom, and
Oh.
people like hyper analyze the
Yeah.
story behind
Mhm.
every.
Yeah,
there's
wait,
proof,
I
yeah.
don't
You
know.
definitely
Okay,
know
no.
Blue
Yeah.
Tie.
Okay,
Blue
I
Tie.
did see this.
They're
yes,
like Blue
yes, yes.
Tie's the leader.
Blue
and
Tie's
like-
group leader, and there's Turkish Quandale Dingle.
Yes,
Yeah, he's going for the throne.
Yeah.
Second in command. There's second in command.
Oh my
too.
God.
There's
Yeah.
levels to it.
There's levels.
What about you guys? What's your favorite?
I guess my favorite right now would probably be like coworker music is what it's called. So,
It's a newer one.
yeah, coworker music's kind of current, but It's basically just really like generic, kind of corny music. Like you'll see a lot of rappers that are like, I don't know, like white rappers that are in their mid-30s or something like that, and they are doing a very Eminem-like flow, rapping like some cringy lyrics, and then everyone's like, this is some coworker music, or this is what you listen to on a 9 to 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Mine would probably be, it's not as popular, but I like the schizophrenic Frank Heffley one, where
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know that one too.
Frank Heffley, like,
from
Diary of a
Diary of a
Kid.
Wimpy Kid,
okay.
there's a scene where he goes like, I knew that door had a lock on it, and you were all like making me lose my mind, and people edited that to make it look like it was a horror movie, that he was like schizophrenic, that he was like
Yes.
imagining everybody in his life, and I just think it's really funny. I always like videos like that.
Yeah. I like when they like escalate and like everyone
Exactly.
is,
Yeah,
like coming
they
up
like
with theories.
build off of
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favorite video that you've made for Real Talk?
Shoot. Do you
Um,
want to start, Carter?
Sure. It was one of our first ones. I think it's called Timmy Tough Knuckles. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if I would consider it brain rot. It's just like one video that got pretty popular, but it's this kid in high school that punched a bleacher to like look tough, I guess, and he like walks it off, and people started calling him Timmy Tough Knuckles. I don't know, but we made a
That's
video
such a
about
good
that.
nickname.
We talked about like, oh, I wonder like if he like actually felt the pain from it. I wonder what would happen if he punched like metal bleachers, different materials of bleacher.
Interesting.
But it was a fun one to make for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite would probably be, it's called Lingon Guli Guli, and it's,
I think we were watching some of that earlier.
Yeah.
that one is like an AI video of all these chickens on the moon, and they're in like suits with human bodies, and they're like all singing this song that's called Lingon Guli. And they're kind of like in
Yes,
a
of
chorus.
course,
There's
of course.
like a chicken skateboarding, and then at the end, like another chicken comes in and has a solo. And we like debated, why did they cut the chicken off at the end? And he like brought up some hilarious points about how like, you know, the one chicken was stealing the spotlight. Maybe he was talented from birth or something. So that one always makes me laugh when I look back on it.
Mine would probably be, this one didn't do as well, but it was the Snapple like Subaru one, and basically it was like this guy was like standing behind these like bottles of Snapple, and then another guy comes from like the other side and like picks up the Snapple, and the guy behind is like talking like he is the Snapple bottle, and he's like, "Hi, my name's Snapple."
That's
And I
crazy.
forget the other stuff, but it was like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, at the end he's like, "Close the damn door," and then he shoves the door like close, and it was just like, it was such a hilarious video to like react to, because we were just trying not to laugh the entire
Yeah.
time. Like, it's probably like the funniest video we've reacted
I think
to.
it's the longest conversation we had.
Yeah.
Like the uncut version. Like,
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked
like
about that video for
unpacking it.
maybe 20 minutes.
Is it hard to like stay serious?
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
talking about these videos, I feel like I would be like dying.
Because like we don't script anything that we're gonna say before we go on. We know what like the topics we're gonna talk about, but we don't know what each other's gonna say, and we just kind of come up with it on the spot. So like when Drip or Mason like just say something like out of the blue that's like hilarious, I just can't like contain myself. Yeah.
I always like, whenever we finish the reaction part where we're watching the video, and we kind of like all give each other that first gaze of like, what the hell are we going to talk about right
Yeah.
now?
What
Like,
is going
how are
on?
we going to make
Yeah.
something out of this? And then somehow we do in the next 3 minutes. I'm always trying not to laugh, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you guys for coming on for our interview. We'll be right back with a quick game.
Welcome back. We are here with our little activity for the episode. We'll be watching some brain rot and discussing it real talk style. I say let's jump right in. I'm nervous.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Oh,
Michael Jackson, Tra-La-La.
interesting combo here.
Oh, I've seen a few of these.
Oh.
Interesting.
I didn't realize that the animals, like the songs, were about the animals.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't expecting Tralaleo Tralala to have a voice like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we've
that
seen
was-
him combo with Michael Jackson in the past. We've heard him maybe do some karaoke, but to be able to hit that kind of level, that vocal range, Tralaleo, he really did his thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's more than a fighter. I mean, he's an established fighter, as we've seen. But he's got some vocals, too.
Yeah.
He can sing.
No, I mean, I'm wondering, like, who's the next collab? What's the logical next move for Tralaleo Tralala? Are we thinking Mario Judah?
Maybe.
Are we thinking Drake? Are we thinking Sabrina Carpenter? Like, who's next?
Yeah, I've personally never seen Tralaleo in action, but I'd be interested to see more Michael Jackson from him. I feel like he kind of hit that.
Yeah, I would love to hear Michael Jackson's perspective on that collaboration, how he felt, how honored he felt like being approached by Tralaleo, or if he approached Tralaleo.
Yeah, would he support Tralaleo in his, like, taking over of his own music?
Continuation, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, he does it justice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd
For
like to see
sure.
him go, hee hee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit some moves.
Okay, let's get into it.
Wow, there's drinks,
Ooh.
too.
No
Wow.
way.
Oh.
They are everywhere.
I don't think I understood that one personally.
That was more
Um,
Italian brain rot. I forget who we saw.
It was Burr Puppet Team.
Oh,
and
was
I don't know the other guy.
I forget the frog's name. But
Is Italian brain rot like a thing?
yes.
Italian brain rot is basically like when you take an animal and you fuse it with something else and then give it an Italian name. So there's Bombardillo, Crocodilo, and that
Okay.
one's a crocodile mixed with a plane.
Oh, okay.
And then together.
Understood.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like they've now expanded into the beverage industry.
I guess so.
I
I
was
mean,
gonna
he
say,
might as
it's a
well.
good move. I
Yeah.
would say. I mean, that's like natural move for influencers.
Yeah.
Make a beverage.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get
That
out
looks
there.
pretty good, too. I mean, I would try that.
Yeah,
I would buy
logical next step.
Yeah.
Maybe food, though. Maybe that's coming soon.
it. Could be.
Feastables collab.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be smart.
I'd like to
that'd
see
be
that.
Definitely.
smart. Okay. I'm worried about this next one.
Oh, this is the subtle foreshadowing.
Classic trend.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Someone's gonna
Oh,
fall or
jeez.
something.
Oh. Oh. Jeez. Brutal.
Oh.
Wow.
I
That was a
mean,
hard watch, to say
you-
the least.
You hate to
Yeah.
see that. You hate to see that.
I didn't see it coming, honestly.
No.
I mean, what do you guys think about the ice bucket challenge coming back? I think this is a surprise trend that we've seen.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to return. I think we actually have plans to do it ourselves
funny
in a
enough.
couple hours.
No
so-
way.
Yeah.
We got nominated a few hours ago by somebody else on our
wow.
on our volleyball team.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So-
Wow,
So look forward to
inside
that.
scoop. Yeah,
Mhm.
check out their Instagram for
Yeah.
that.
Check
mean-
the story. It'll be up there.
That's going to be huge for the ice industry.
Yep.
I mean,
100%.
And the water
Yeah.
industry, too.
Yeah.
And the bucket.
Perhaps it was
Don't
Saratoga.
forget
ice
about
The
bucket.
bucket industry. It's a
Yeah.
You're
booming
right.
industry.
Saratoga water ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, we could
Ashton
do
Hall.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So
it's going to happen.
Okay, I'm
Collab we could
curious
see
what
in the
this next
future.
one is. Some
Oh,
type
it's
of-
Squid Game.
Games.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
Is
sure
that a
exactly
cookie?
what he's cutting here.
Is he even cutting?
Scissors.
Wow. That was interesting.
I don't have much to say about that.
Well, I think if it was the real Squid Games, he'd definitely be losing. He's really struggling with that. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what that cookie's made out of. Definitely not the Squid Game cookie.
No.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this was a setup by the guards. You know, the guards might have given him an uncuttable substance. You know, maybe he had a quarrel with them.
Yeah, some obsidian cookie.
Yeah, he definitely gave him a stale cookie. That thing was sitting out for a
Oh,
while.
yeah. Yeah.
The scissors were an interesting choice. I don't
Yeah.
know how
Mhm.
sharp the end is.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna get a good cut going on that one.
Yeah, definitely some flaws with that technique.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Oh, Jack Black.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen the Minecraft movie, and I don't personally remember that scene. I remember that scene, but I don't remember it going exactly that way. But it is a really good scene. It's when he first well, I won't spoil anything, but talking about bread, crushing loaf, iconic scene.
I mean, that's making me even more excited to see the movie.
Yeah,
I've underrated quote for sure, I would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a lot. Oh, we
We're
got our
back
guy.
for
We got our
no,
guy
we
back.
got him.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
They've got toys. They've got drinks. They got everything.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wow. Sheesh.
Oh wow.
Man, I might have to buy out this whole store.
Wait, they're like, it's a pretty decent size.
Oh, this is an
Yeah.
ad.
40% off.
Oh, let's
Ooh.
go.
Now, this is one that's getting added to my collection.
How much do we think these are going for?
Well, 40% off with that code.
Anything less than 100 would be unreasonable.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Oh, I think that's the end of that video. Got a little distracted there, guys. Sorry about that.
The clip of the
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they've got it all.
Yeah.
Merch and all different types of industries.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see where they go next.
It just
Yeah.
makes me wonder, who is they? I don't actually
yeah.
know.
Who is
I didn't
they?
see any. I didn't see any brand. I didn't see any company that
Yeah.
was making these.
Hmm. I
I'd
don't know.
definitely like to see who's in charge, which one of them might be orchestrating this. I feel like if I had to predict, it'd definitely be Tung 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 Sahur. I think
Definitely.
he's a little leagues ahead in terms of mind and physical capabilities. I just think
Yeah.
he's got to be the puppeteer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little broader. I think it's just Italy.
Ooh.
Maybe the Italian government or just Italy, but they're sending out their
Maybe they
their troops to the
Troops,
to the
yeah.
world, and
maybe they want to show off their military capability.
I think
show 'em
they
have
do.
these
Yeah.
kind
Now
of-
that Germans been entering the matrix with,
Oh,
with
yeah,
their
the
brain
German-
rot.
German
yeah.
brain rot too,
They've
yeah.
got a new player.
yeah, I've seen that.
That's true.
Wow. Well, that's all we have time for today, unfortunately. If you guys want to see some more of that, go to the Real Talk Instagram, and you can see them talk about brain rot for however long you want. Thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll
Appreciate
see you guys
for
next
having us.
time.
To find out more about After Hours, visit elonstudenttv.org.